Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Today, in this session, I am going to discuss half-life period of various type of reactions. In the previous classes, we were discussing many concepts in chemical kinetics. We completed the integrated rate expression for second order reaction. Today I am going to discuss half-life period. The name itself indicates half-life. For example, let us consider a chemical reaction. A reactant give product P. Now the reaction is started and this is the end point of the reaction, and so T is 0 in this case, and at that moment the concentration of the reactant is 100% because no reaction is started and no reactant is converted into product. At that time the concentration of reactant is 100%. If as the reaction goes on, so here it gives product. Here that at the end the concentration becomes 0. And imagine the reaction started. The reaction is going to take 60 minutes for completion. So now it is 100%. Now the reaction is started. Now the reactant becomes 50%. That means 50% of the reactant is converted into product. To convert into 50%, it takes some time. This time is called as half-life period. So this time is called as half-life period. Exactly at this time, the concentration of reactant reduced half of its original value. So this time, the time taken by the reactant to reduce the concentration of the reactant half of its original value, it is called as half-life period. That means in the beginning the rate of the reaction is 100%. Then to become 50% it takes some time. That time taken by the reactant to convert the reactant half of its original value, that time is called as half-life time or half-life period of a reactant in a chemical reaction. Today let us derive the mathematical expression which is going to relate the concentration of the reactant, rate constant, and half-life period of a reaction. And this half-life period of a reaction is depends on the concentration of a reactant. Now let us derive half-life period for the first order reactions. And in the previous class we derived this expression, and this expression is called as, so this is the expression, integrated rate expression for the first order reaction, and that is K is equal to 2.303 divided by T into log of A divided by A minus X. You know the terms which is present in this equation, that is T is time, K is rate constant, A is initial concentration, and A minus X is the amount of reactant which is remained exactly at a time T, that is called as A minus X. And X is the amount of reactant which is reacted, and A minus X is the amount of reacted which is remaining at a time T. So this is the equation. Now at T is equal to T of. So now here take a T. So T is equal to T of means, suppose the time period of the reaction is exactly is equal to half-life. For example, now it is 0th minute, now it becomes 30 minutes. You just imagine 30 minutes. So the reactant is converted into 50%. So at T is equal, at any time we know that concentration of reactant at any time is A minus X. A minus X is the concentration of reactant which is remaining at time T. But what is the concentration of reactant at half-life at T, exactly at T of? So here we know the time exactly. At T of, what is the definition say is the concentration of the reactant is nothing but A by 2, half of its original value. So what is the original concentration? Initial concentration is A, and A by 2 is the concentration of the reactant at T of Y, because at T of exactly half of the amount is converted into product. So that's why I have taken at any time A minus X is the concentration which is remaining, but at T of A by 2 is the concentration reacting. So now, so at T is equal to T of, so X is equal to A by 2, that is X amount of some, that is A, X is equal to A by T. X is the amount of reactant which is converted into product at that moment. So half of, that means initial concentration 1 by 2 into A. Then substitute the value of T and X in this equation. So we are going to get, if you substitute the value, so T of, I took T of on LHS, so it gives 2.303, 2.303, this is 2.303 divided by K into log of A. So instead of T, I took T of, because we are deriving expression for half-life period. So T of is equal to 2.303 divided by K into log of A divided by A minus, we know the value of X. So X is nothing but A divided by 2. Dear students, while deriving the derivation, you please take a pen and paper and it goes on deriving with me. Then only you can easily understand the derivation. And while deriving, you must know why we are taking the new terms in this derivation. The new term is oftenly is going to introduce in the reactions. You must know why we are going to take that terms. For example, I took at T is equal to T of, I took X is equal to A by T. You must know why X is equal to A by 2 at T half. Okay, you can learn it from the definition. The definition says that, so at half-life time, the concentration of reactant becomes half. That is, half of the amount get reacted. That's why X must be, X is equal to half into the original concentration, meaning the concentration which is in the beginning, the term which is used to indicate that it is A. That's why X is equal to A divided by 2. Then after substituting these two values in the integrated rate expression, you are going to get T of is equal to 2.303 divided by K into log of A divided by A minus 2. And so if you simplify, you know A minus A by 2 is equal to A by 2, and A get cancelled. And so if you simplify this equation, you are going to get T of is equal to 2.303 divided by K into log 2. If you simplify this log A divided by A minus A by 2, you are going to get log 2. We know the value of log 2, and if you multiply the value of log 2 with 2.303, so we are going to get T of is equal to 0.603 divided by K. So this is the expression which is relates the T of and rate constant of a reaction. In case of a first order reaction, the T of a reaction does not depend on the initial concentration. Instead of that, it depends on rate constant K, that is T of is equal to 0.693 divided by rate constant, that is T of is inversely proportional to rate constant in case of first order reaction. So now let us see the integrated rate expression for second order reactions. Dear students, we derived the mathematical expression for second order reaction in the previous class. So when we come to second order reaction, there are two kinds of expression is going to derive. We derived in the previous class, that is when the concentration of both the reactants becomes equal, that is A is equal to B and A is not equal to B. And there we found that when concentration of both the reactants are equal, so at that we have got this expression K is equal to 1 divided by T into X divided by A into A minus X. This is the integrated rate expression for second order reactions when the concentration of both the reactants are equal. Then, as we derived in the previous derivation, substitute the value. So again take a t is, a t is equal to t of x is equal to a by 2. I explained earlier. So substitute the value of this t and x in the above equation. If you substitute a t of, so this becomes t of, and if you substitute a by 2 here, so and after simplification you do simplification, it becomes, so k is equal to, take t of on LHS, take t of on LHS, and it becomes 1 divided by k into, so x, we know the value of x is equal to a by 2 all divided by a minus a into a minus a by 2, and you do the simplification, so it gives 1 divided by k into, so a by 2 into a by 2 whole divided by a into a minus a by 2 is equal to a by 2, you know this. So a by 2 get cancelled, and 1 divided by k rate constant into initial concentration. So this is the mathematical expression form. So T of is equal to 1 divided by rate constant k into A. So this is a mathematical expression for half-life period of a second order reaction. Dear students, if you want to derive half-life period expression for all the different, either it is zero order, first order, second order reaction, one thing you must understand here is, so substitute the value of t and x in the integrated rate expression. If you substitute and if you simplify, you are going to get half-life period expression. And this half-life period of a particular reaction at particular concentration is the characteristic properties of a reaction. That's why one is going to analyze and determine the half-life period of a reaction. And dear students, in the next classes we are going to solve some numerical problems. That's why please remember these equations. Please list out all the equations which I told in the previous classes, because all the equations which you are used in a single problem. That's why before going to solve the problem, you must understand the concept, you must know the various terms and SI units. So that's why you don't forget these numerical these relations. You just keep it to solve numerical problems.